It is Kabbalah Wednesday. I think I've done this before. Well, whether it is or it isn't, it is Kabbalah Wednesday, and uh, and I'm just a couple minutes late because, well, I'll just apologize. I'm just a couple minutes late this morning. Uh, as far as uh, what I'm doing with the rest of my life, as I'm meeting with you every morning. It's really hard for me, or it's easier for me to uh, customize my morning meetings with the stuff that I'm doing all day. It's hard not to, if I'm writing about tarot and Kabbalah and things like that all day long. It's hard for me not to talk about it in the morning too. So that's why I'm using the excuse for Kabbalah Wednesday. I am writing a book, and the book does concern a kind of a new take on the tarot, and uh, doing kind of practical things in your life with the tarot and your Kabbalah studies and things like that. It's such a fascinating study. It's just fun to read about it. But how do you incorporate it in your life, and what you can do in a in sort of a practical spiritual discipline kind of way. And today I want to share with you an exercise, a breathing exercise. I call today's talk Tarot Pranayama. And something you could do to, in a sense, start to attune yourself with the cosmic dynamics. It sounds corny, but it's exactly what it is. The cosmic dynamics of what the Hebrew alphabet's all about, what the tarot, especially the tarot trumps, are about, and to sort of squirt the the seamless WD-40, the smooth WD-40 of the mechanics of the universe, squirt it right into you. In a sense, attune you to the same fundamental principles of what makes existence exist. And with the Sefer Yetzirah and the fundamentals of Kabbalah, that starts with creating space and time, which we've talked about over the last the last couple of weeks we've been talking about it. And the fundamental things that start that is the creation of space itself, and the three Hebrew letters, mother letters, Aleph, Mem, Shin, have been used as a label, if you will, for three very basic concepts: up, down, right, left, and front, backwards. Okay, and those are the three fundamental mother letters of Aleph and the Fool card, Mem, oh, Mem, and the Hanged Man card, and Shin, the Aeon card, or the Last Judgment card. So Aleph is up and down. Okay, that creates height and depths. which means a top and a bottom. It creates two things, an above and a below. And mem, that reaches east and west or left and right. And that creates two things to it at the infinitely expanding ends. But anyway, that's right and left. And if you just put these two things together, like that, okay, it creates a very flat surface, okay, a dimensionless surface, a plane. Masons call it a superficie, which is strange, but it has, if you can imagine that this has no depth whatsoever, that's what these two things create. Up, down, right, left. In order for space to actually exist, front back has to happen, and front back is sheen, the third mother letter. Okay, so these three guys get together to create up, down, right, left, and front and back. And relative motion within that space creates at least the potential for the concept of time. So these three guys are very, very important. And the significance, the collateral significance of other things associated with Aleph, like the primitive concept of air for Aleph, and the primitive concept of water for the hanged man, and the primitive aspect of fire for this, we're already just wallowing around in that dimension, okay? It's not like it's any theoretical thing. I'm talking to you from within that space. And it's all occurring with the relative position between my lips and the microphone, and you're hearing this. Okay, it's all occurring within time. So these three guys, if the God said anything in Genesis, he said, "Let there be three. Let there be three guys, so we can go on with this story." So, in the Son of Chicken Kabbalah, which is a series of self-initiations and exercises to attune you with the forces or the dynamics represented by these cards, I have, among other things, a nice initiation of self-initiation. All of it's intended to attune you to what's already happening in your monad, in your personal point of vent of existence, and sort of lubricate. That's why I use the term WD-40. I'm not trying to be vulgar. To lubricate you to the dynamics that are already taking place. The idea being, once if you're harmonized with all of the aspects of existence, if you're harmonized with it, it's the equivalent of being one with God. Okay, you're living in harmony with. You're a functioning tree of life. You're a functioning cube of space. You're a functioning. You're doing unobstructed what you are here to do. Okay. And so I've got some exercises, practical exercises in the classic yoga lesson kind of thing, including pranayama. Now, pranayama is the science of breath. Okay, and that science of breath, of course, would come under the general heading of the primitive element of air. which may be why it's the first of the mother letters to make its appearance. But air, or A, or Aleph, is that up, down, from a central point, okay, a singularity decides to create space. So the first thing it does, it extends to infinite height and infinite depth. It goes from a point to a line. And Freemasons will understand this from the staircase lecture. It says it right out front. Normal guys hear this lecture all the time. Insurance salesmen, policemen hear this. From a point to a line, and from a line to a superficie, okay? And that superficie, that plane, that dimensionless plane, would be from a point to a line, from a line to a superficie, from a superficie to a solid. Okay. Those are the, well, three. Three's really big. Three's really big in Masonry. Three's really big in your life. Without three, there would be no more to the story. I'm going to share with you a pranayama exercise, okay, that utilizes these three principles. Something you could do. Not only that, but pranayama gets you high. It gives you a buzz, okay? It gives you, don't mean to do that. It gives you a nice buzz, okay? And it's not a buzz that is like stoning your senses. Now, for the first time, you're actually getting in touch with how you should be feeling all the time anyway. Okay. Here's a simple temple home opening. This is after you've done your little initiation, self-initiation into these three letters. It's all in the Son of Chicken Kabbalah. The whole thing. You could even do this with friends and create your own little Kabbalah order, or you could do it just all by yourself. Okay. Here's a simple home temple opening to be performed prior to other home rituals, exercises, and meditations. Sit before the altar, and your candles are unlit. And now you'll be having three candles, okay? A yellow one, a blue one, and a red one, okay? But right now they're unlit. And you don't even have to do that. Just sit with your tarot cards, for Christ's sake. You clap 3 times. I dwell in timelessness before the birth of creation. I am poised at the formless primal center of creation yet to be. I am the God that creates limitless space from my dimensionless center. I am the God that brings forth form from formlessness. I am the God that fashions time from timelessness. I rule through the agency of the 3 mother letters. 3 extends and creates space, form, and time. And in doing so, casts a spell of illusion. Light the yellow candle. Aleph extends, creating the illusion of above and below. Light the blue candle. Mem extends and creates the illusion of east and west. Shin extends, creating the illusion of north and south. Make the third degree sign, or excuse me, make the first degree sign, which is, okay. The light is extended, the temple is builded. Clap 3 times. The temple is open. Do you see how that opens the temple? Okay. In a sense, you presumptuously, you blasphemously, supposedly, do this as if you were the singularity God of creation itself. You sit down and you go through that. Okay. Here's a warm-up exercise. Not only are these primary colors, the vibratory color scale associated with these three letters. Indeed, all the Hebrew letters have musical notes assigned to them as well. Vibratory frequencies of light, vibratory frequencies of sound. Okay, can you see how you can tune yourself up with this? And the warm-up exercise, you do either seated, you literally sing, okay, the, let's see here, okay, you do it like that. And for the M is a G sharp. And Sheen is a C. She. Okay. We don't have to do that this morning. I just wanted to, that's a warm-up exercise. I want to get to the breath, okay? This is the dawn meditation. Sh. Sh. Sit comfortably in a chair or your accustomed meditation posture. Begin by taking 3 cleansing breaths. Now, a cleansing breath, I think we talked about it a little earlier. It's just taking a real deep breath from the abdomen. Okay, you want to completely fill your lungs all the way down to the diaphragm, and then kind of forcibly, starting with the diaphragm, pushing upwards, blow it out. So imagine that your lungs are filled with smog and all of the shit that you have to breathe, especially in the wintertime with the heater and stuff. All the impurities that are in your lungs. You want to fill your lungs and then kind of blow them out as forcibly as you can, so that everything you're taking in after these 3 cleansing breaths will be things that you're voluntarily putting back into yourself, okay? Or at least the illusion of that, okay? And here's how the breath cycle, the breath cycle begins. Take a deep breath through the nose and hold for a moment. Then after this, there's going to be a 12-step cycle. So you've got a full breath. Hold it for a second. Already you're starting to kind of relax. Open the mouth and exhale slowly, emptying the lungs while quietly whispering, that's your. Then if you can, hold for a moment. Hold your breath with the lungs empty. Then close the lips and inhale slowly. So it'd be through your nose, filling the lungs while quietly whispering, mmm. So it'd be, it's easy to do. Okay. Hold for a moment with the lungs full. Then open the lips and exhale slowly, emptying the lungs while quietly whispering, so that part starts after the cleansing breaths. You take a deep breath and you start with an exhale. Okay, so that part of the cycle is like this. Okay, you hold for a moment with the lungs empty. Then you open your mouth with your lungs empty and inhale slowly with the ah. Close the mouth and exhale slowly with the M. And then inhale slowly with the sh. Then hold for a moment. You hold for a moment with the lungs full and hold for a moment with the lungs empty. And I'm stoned. And I'm already pretty stoned already. So I'm going to do a full cycle for you. Okay, again. So you start with a full lung, okay, and then start with the ah. So it'd be I feel groovy. That's the dawn meditation. Do it as many times as you want to. After a while, you don't have to think about the letters. You don't have to think about holding. You don't have to think about exhaling or anything else. You get into a rhythm of doing it. And that rhythm is tantamount to harmonizing yourself with the very, very essence of the creation of dimensional space and time. Okay? The second part of the exercise includes your visualization of the colors of yellow, blue, and red. This is simplicity itself, okay? You're activating the same forces as if you would be studying all of this in your exegesis of Sefer Yetzirah, but instead of engaging your left hemisphere, you're just freaking doing it. You can also add the E, G sharp, C. Now, if you put them all together, it sounds pretty weird. But that's anyway. That's today's. Tomorrow, we'll look at those two, well, actually, those are the three mother letters. There's 7 double letters, okay? And those are the ceiling and the walls that these 3 mother letters created. Okay, they create six walls of a cube, and there's 6 Hebrew letters that represent those double extremities. Plus, there's the center itself, and those are creates the 7 double letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Each one of those has a sound, has a color, has a musical note that goes with it, and has the possibility of setting up your own little morning meditations on those too. So there we go for a Kabbalah Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for part 2. Until then, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love and